All right, new at 5 tonight, we have an important update on the housing crisis that could impact thousands of our neighbors in D.C. More than 2,000 families are at risk of losing the city's help paying their rent. They fear they're going to be back on the streets because the rent in D.C. is so high and they're just struggling to make ends meet. Our Delia Gonzalez got answers from city leaders today about the dilemma facing the rapid rehousing program.
There's good news and bad news in this situation. First, the good news. The Department of Human Services has teamed up with the D.C. Housing Authority, and now they are offering 1,300 public housing vouchers specifically to those families exiting the rapid rehousing program. I spoke with the Deputy Mayor of Health and Human Services, Wayne Turnage, today. He says the agency has been working on transition plans with families, and those vouchers should be available in the next few weeks. The bad news, those vouchers still leave hundreds of families in limbo. First, a little background on rapid rehousing. The program has been around since 2008. It's designed to get formerly unhoused families back on their feet. The city subsidizes your rent for 12 months. Now, the Department of Human Services says caseworkers offer training and support, and a year later, they say families should be able to get a job and pay the rent on their own. But one D.C. grandmother who emailed us earlier today says she left the program, got a job, did everything right, and is still struggling to pay her $1,500 monthly rent. The deputy mayor tells me there are other rental assistance programs to help, but she says she's on the waiting list for those too. Tuesday, the D.C. Council passed an emergency bill that would allow families exiting rapid rehousing to stay for another 6 months. But DHS now tells me the agency simply does not have the money for those extensions. We caught up with Mayor Bowser today, who says some rapid rehousing families already got an extension due to COVID.
A lot of COVID era protections that we put in because we were in the middle of a public health emergency that no longer exists. And we need to right-size our housing programs.
According to the agency's own data, just over 1,400 families exited the rapid rehousing program since last year. 54 families were able to find affordable units elsewhere. Only 4 families stayed where they were and were able to pay the rent on their own. Most other families exiting rapid rehousing still relied on city subsidies in order to keep a roof over their heads. In Southeast, Delia Gonzalez, WUSA 9.